And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Towns. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
And Holiday kicks to Anderson. Freak with it. Davis is on him. Johnson outside. Here's Bolton. No luck. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris.
Good win, Freak. We'll get y'all next time.
I don't know, man. Think you better get used to this feeling.
Freak getting that confidence level up. I like it.
That's always been there. You know that.
True that. Yo, hit me up later. Got a few things we should talk about.
Okay, cool. I will.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them throughout this one.
His field goal percentage was excellent. Up in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And tonight, we'll be watching Steph Curry. Known for his offensive firepower, but he's made major strides in all areas since coming into this league, Shaq.
Yeah, he didn't have great handles when he entered. Now one of the top 2 dribblers in the league.
Yeah, I agree. You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He used to be the guy they sat on the bench in fourth quarters when he first got there. Now he's the clutch guy in the NBA.
Yo, Freak, what's good? You look distracted, man. Everything okay?
Yeah, just got a few things going on off the court.
Yeah, I've heard. Word gets around. Gotta put that stuff aside and be ready to play each night, though.
Yeah, I know. I'll be ready.
Hey, even though we're about to teach you guys a lesson, I'm here if you need it, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And we'll be the ones teaching the lesson tonight, so I hope you're ready.
In your dreams, Freak.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against...
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. In the backcourt. For Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Bolton. No good on the 3. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against New Orleans.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Here's Mr. Clutch following the basket by Draymond Green. On the wing, Johnson. A 15-footer. No good. In and out off the rim. Warriors leading by 7. Here's Clark. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's Barbosa. Following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. From deep, Green. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's the break. Here's Mr. Clutch. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. The offensive rebound.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Clark, no luck. So Minnesota will take it the other way. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the basketball. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make. Warriors leading by 5. Barbosa up top. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Out to the wing. Plenty of space. Can't get it to go.
Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 5. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Take a look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Len. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Carlos Boozer. James Johnson's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Muhammad. On the court for Minnesota, Bolton in at point guard. Zhang is out there with James Johnson. And there's Pekovic. And it's Levine in at the 2. Len's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Both free throws good from Bolton.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I'll tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Pekovic, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And so it's Golden State with it. It's a three-point game. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
And here is Barbosa. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. No good from Clark.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's Bolton, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Warriors trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the Warriors miss again. The Timberwolves have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. A shot by Johnson, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Barbosa gets the bucket. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Sweet little floater. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And the dunk by Len.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Clark following the basket by Freak. Green kicks to Clark. No good. That would have tied it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 8 points for him. Here's the floater. That's good.
He's yours.
Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead, up by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take them out the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and no turnaround.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Freak really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
For Klay Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. Barbosa is out there with Ian Clark, and it's Ezeli in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Levine. Passes to Bolton. 6 to shoot, and the shot is good. Mr. Clutch has got 12.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
No good on the second free throw.
Boy, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
And again, no good by Golden State.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. And here's Barnes for 3, and he gets the bucket. Barnes has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Bolton, and again it's Minnesota converting.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Feeds it to Iguodala. The dish to Clark. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Clark's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
15 seconds left in the third. It's stolen. Bolton. 3 seconds left, and he connects with the jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Curry. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Bolton, he's in at point guard. Gorgie Dang is out there at Pekovic. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Levine in at the 2 spot. Johnson left side. Here's Bolton. Offline from the top of the key.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their...
Carlos, you guys had a productive practice before the game. How important is that preparation for you guys when you're on a road trip like this?
Oh, it's important. I mean, what we do is we try to get as much work in as we can.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Ricky Rubio. He had a nice surge to start the second half, hitting his first 3 shots. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.